You thought the Smurfs were just happy-go-lucky blue gnomes singing la 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 through the forest. Think again. Behind those beady eyes and white hats lies a rabbit hole so twisted it makes Alice in Wonderland look like a college pamphlet. Buckle up, because what you're about to uncover will make you look at those tiny blue forest dwellers with a whole new level of suspicion. From medieval experiments to suspicious slang and some deeply unsettling symbolism, the Smurfs might be one of pop culture's weirdest open secrets. Before Peyo doodled a single mushroom house, legend tells of a 14th century alchemist named Pierre Smurf. Yes, really, who tried to turn lead into gold and accidentally birthed a forest of tiny blue beings instead. Because why not? That's medieval science for you. Oops, tried to make gold, summoned tiny blue homunculi instead. My bad. Supposedly, these creatures were animated from botanical tinctures, animal bones, and just a sprinkle of 14th century forbidden knowledge. Historians argue Pierre Smurf may have never existed, but hey, so did vampires once. The idea of failed mini-creatures fleeing into the woods and forming their own weird commune sounds exactly like something medieval Europe would casually sweep under the plague rug. Fast forward to post-World War II Belgium and the Netherlands. The port cities were knee-deep in a street problem. During this time, the Dutch term Smurfen popped up in underground circles. It allegedly referred to altered states of mind, either as code for being dazed or for being blue-lipped, glassy-eyed look of people chasing a high. Then, right in the middle of this chaos comes Belgian artist Peyo publishing the first Smurf comics in 1958. Coincidence? Maybe. But consider this, the Smurfs live in isolation, avoiding the outside world. They wear white hats, like powdered wigs or maybe headgear for secret experiments. Papa Smurf wears red, like a bold marker of leadership in a hidden society. The Smurfs were a metaphor for covert little clubs with secret habits. And it explains a lot about how chill and giggly they are all the time. Before becoming your Saturday morning faves, the Smurfs were kind of the worst. In Peyo's early comic series, Johann and Peewit, the Schtroumpfs were introduced as petty, selfish, blue-skinned forest gremlins who argued over everything from soup to sitting arrangements. The early Schtroumpfs were nasty, combative, distrustful. It wasn't until later that Peyo rebranded them as cooperative, cutesy, borderline utopian garden gnomes. In other words, a total personality transplant. In their earliest comic incarnations, the Smurfs weren't innocent mushroom farming villagers. They were hard-drinking, chain-smoking, vice-ridden chaos goblins. Gambling? Tobacco use? Papa Smurf himself was no better. He had anger issues and could be kind of a tyrant. Eventually, all this debauchery was scrubbed clean to make the Smurfs suitable for Saturday morning cartoons. But the roots, they're still rotting under that mushroom billet. If you've ever wondered why there's only one female Smurf, it's because she was designed that way, literally. In the original 1966 comic, Gargamel, the villainous wizard with strong musty incense and conspiracy board energy, created Smurfette as a charming saboteur to stir up the Smurf community. He gave her heels, flirty lashes, long flowing hair, and enough drama to power a soap opera. Smurfette's mission? Infiltrate and sow chaos through irresistible charisma. Eventually, Papa Smurf used his magical scientific whatever to make her a real Smurf. Here's where it gets real creepy. Many cultural critics have pointed out that Smurf Village operates like a strangely uniform society. Every Smurf looks the same, dresses the same, and shares a hive-mind moral code. Gargamel, meanwhile, is hook-nosed, greedy, obsessed with gold, lives on the outskirts of society. If you studied European art and literature, the character design feels uncomfortably close to some very old, very harmful stereotypes. So were the Smurfs just a weird, psychedelic social commentary? Let's recap. Possibly born from strange medieval rituals, connected to post-war underground slang, originally wild and addicted to chaos, used as metaphors for identity, conformity, and overly idealized gender roles, constantly rebranded to match the times. It's kind of genius if you think about it. The Smurfs have morphed over decades to reflect the vibe of each generation: Cold War anxiety, suburban gender dynamics, and counterculture movements, purity ideals, and pop consumerism. What started as tiny blue trolls in a comic evolved into a billion-dollar franchise wearing the mask of innocence. They're the sugar-coated mystery we didn't ask for but absolutely brought plushies of. Maybe the real Smurf was inside us all along. Whether you believe these theories or just want to protect your childhood memories, one thing is clear. The Smurfs were never just Smurfs. They were mirrors, twisted blue-tinted mirrors, reflecting the hopes, fears, and absurdities of the world around them. And as weird as their origins may be, maybe that's why we love them. Just don't eat any mushrooms you find in the forest. You never know when one of them might start singing back.